How much does a workers' comp attorney cost in Massachusetts? Hi, I'm attorney John Sheehan. Since 1993, I've been fighting on behalf of injured workers and their families throughout Massachusetts. I fight to make sure that injured workers get the compensation and medical treatment that they're entitled to without getting taken advantage of by an insurance company. Well, the short answer is, under no circumstances would you ever have to pay out of your own money for a workers' comp lawyer to represent you in a workers' compensation claim in Massachusetts. Workers' comp attorneys' fees in Massachusetts are all governed by the Massachusetts Workers' Comp Law. That's Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 152. Basically, an attorney gets paid if they get money for you. If they get either money that's paid voluntarily through an agreement with the insurance company or by order of the court, order of the Department of Industrial Accidents. Depending on where the case is in the legal process, in the litigation process, the fees vary. The fees are all set by the Department of Industrial Accidents, and they're renewed each year, usually October, for the coming year. There is a provision within the workers' comp law that does allow the insurance company to deduct 22% out of the weekly check that the employees are going to receive after an agreement is made or an order is issued, and that's up for 1 month. After the 1 month, and the amount of weekly benefits that the injured worker would get would go back up to 100%. That's the only indirect way that an injured worker would be contributing towards their attorney's fee. But you'd never have to write a check, you'd never get a bill, you'd never have to pay your attorney with a credit card. The other way is if your workers' comp lawyer settles your case. The workers' comp lawyer gets a percentage of the workers' comp settlement. If the workers' comp settlement is with liability accepted, and I'll explain what that means in a second, then the attorney's fee is 20% of the gross amount of the settlement, and then the attorney would get reimbursed any out-of-pocket legal expenses that the attorney had that's documented. The other way, if the case settles without liability, then the fee is 15%. Now in Massachusetts, when workers' comp cases settle, they settle either with liability or without liability. With liability accepted, what that means is that even though the workers' comp case is settling and that the injured worker is not going to receive any additional money other than what's spelled out in the settlement agreement that's reviewed and approved by an administrative judge at the Department of Industrial Accidents, the medical benefits do not settle for the diagnoses that are accepted in the settlement agreement, which is a big deal. So if you are settling your workers' comp claim, but you still need medical treatment, maybe you're in pain management, for example, you'll still be able to access medical treatment and have that paid by the workers' comp insurance company even after you settle your case. In those limited situations where a case settles without liability, then the fee is 15%. In my practice, in my experience of over 27 years, most of the cases that I handle, most of the cases that I settle, they're with liability. If you have any questions about workers' comp benefits, if you're currently receiving workers' comp benefits, if you're receiving total benefits, and maybe your benefits have recently been terminated or reduced or modified to partial benefits, or if your workers' comp claim has recently been denied, please reach out and contact me to see how I can help you. You can call my office, you can send me an email, you can text me, you can visit our website, there's contact forms that you can fill out, and I'd be happy to reach back out to you and talk with you about your case and see how I can be of help. And if you find the information in this video helpful, please click the subscribe button and click the icon, the bell icon rather, so that you can receive notifications of my future videos. And please share my video with your friends and family.